is the first Saturday in a long time I've worked, but I'm gonna start working on Saturdays. Maybe not quite as long as I do during the weekday, but at least get some time in. Quit when I feel like it, and so let's get back on her and see how far I can get. Well, I thought I'd show you how to make beads without using beads. This one is going to be pony beads, which is an early type of bead that was traded to the Indians probably around 1830s, 20s, whatever. It was just really early, and they stopped trading them and started trading the, well, they didn't stop trading them, but they just started a new trade with a new style of bead, which was called seed beads. And there were a couple of sizes of seed beads as well. They started trading those about 1850. What I'm going to be doing are just a little bit smaller than pony beads, but well, let's see what we can do. First thing you do is you roll out the clay as thin as you can do it. Okay, now I've got a comb, and I've got the very small tooth comb, and what I do is I just cut the let me cut the other end. Anyway, just cut the end off because that thick thing will be in the way. And I've cut the comb in two because usually they have the real wide, they always have a wide tooth comb on the other, and this is good for a different size bead for a different size piece. And then I just take the comb and put it on top of the clay and just roll it back and forth. Don't want to press too hard, because if you press too hard, you'll. But there you can see, instant beads. All right, now I put the. What I did was I rolled out a piece of clay, flattened it down until it had kind of a flat area on one side and kind of a rounded on the other. And then I take my X-Acto knife and I just run strings of beads, just like they'd be sewn onto a dress, one string at a time, just like that. That gives you an idea what I'm talking about, and then you just lay them one string at a time, all the way across, and it gives it a real nice and authentic look. Alright, I'm going to continue working on this. For those of you who didn't see yesterday's video, I've put these two posts in. They are where the dress, or the opening of the dress, where she slips her head through the dress. That's where the collar joins with the back collar. And it also causes stress on the leather because of the weight of the beads and movement of the body and stuff like that. And they all branch out. It's like a point of perspective in a drawing. These are lines of striation and stress on the clothing that comes from that point, and that will also transfer into the sleeves, which are just skin folded over to cover the arms. And so that's why I put these in here, was just basically to give me those points, and they're evenly spaced from the center of her neck. So it just is a kind of a waypoint, like in perspective drawing. You sort of put a perspective point, and then everything branches out from there. Alright, I put the first cloth on. I'm going to trim this a little bit when I get it hardened. Now I'm going to do another one. Alright, I'm going to put these wires into the cloth so I can dip it into the wax. Do not try this at home unless you know at least 35 years old or older. Alright, I'm going to dip it in the wax. You got to be really careful because the wax is very, very hot. Okay. Bring it over. Yeah, try to grab that. Or at least position it. There we go. Once I get it on the clay, it melts onto the clay. And let's see, I'll get this. Tuck that under. And put it up there like that. Roll this back. Oops. Now, it ain't reacting the way I wanted it to. It's cool enough now I can handle it. There we go. And a lot of this will be resculpted by me anyway, so this is just taking up space that would normally be taken up by clay. And there we go. The beadwork will come off here, and that's going to weigh down the skin a little bit, so that's going to be fine just like that. Alright, I'm going to let that sit until Monday, and I'll come back, and it'll either be fine or I'll have to redo it, one of the two. I'll push that against the skin so that it stays there. There we go. And that should do it for today. Now you can see why I didn't bother doing a lot of detail work in the arm, because it's all going to be covered anyway. I just needed something as a base underneath the arm. Alright, that's it for today. See you all Monday.